Nate just wasn't even.
No, I'm paying attention.
Him and I are all here like. Nate's grumbling. It's fine.
I'm here. I'm typing things on the side. All
Did
right.
you hit the... Okay, thank you. It took a second for it to...
Yeah, no.
The stream delay is real for a
The
sec.
stream delay is real. Hey, why don't you
What?
give the peoples the hellos? Because I'm tired today.
I'll do it.
I know, I'm talking about just like the general hello. I can do the opening.
Hi,
I just-
chat. How are you?
Hi,
Welcome.
hello.
Thank you.
Give him
Merry
a rundown
Christmas,
for today.
motherfuckers.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Chrysler.
Merry Weebmas, motherfuckers. That's the important one.
Merry Chrysler.
Yes, that's it. That's the one we use.
And it's shaved
When
Tim
you
time. So
have
that's
5 accounts, you have to switch between them.
clean shaven Tim just for the Christmas episode. Hog you.
Big poggies.
I cannot begin to explain how much self-control it has taken to not look at this Excel sheet all day. Because it's just been up and available. Like, it's been on my desktop. I could have looked at it, and I've been trying to be good.
I'm just here being a good boy.
Do you guys want to do the clap sync now? Because we're
clap.
here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Sorry, headphone users, but I tried to give you some kind of warning that we were doing the clap sync.
Kevin
See-
messaged me about a thing.
My clap sync isn't that bad because my mic compresses it super hard.
Yeah, no, mine's pretty ear shattering.
Yours and Paul's.
It's mostly just Paul. I try to keep mine relatively quiet.
Paul over here with a thunderclap.
The thunderclap of his ass cheeks.
What's my favorite poem? Where's my favorite poem?
Okay. Okay.
While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a clapping, as of ass cheeks gently clapping at my changer door. "'Tis a visitor," I muttered, "dummy thick and nothing more."
Flawless
Now
execution.
we didn't need that. I just
We
wanted
didn't.
I just wanted to provide it for you.
But it was fantastic, so thank you for that.
Oh my god, you're so welcome.
Yeah, so we can talk about the shows that have ended this week. The shows that are continuing, how we feel about how they are currently. We can talk about the fact that I hope Paul ends up with some etchy ass title after this
Of course
gift
you do.
exchange.
Well, I'm gonna go with you. You say there's 12 in there?
Yeah,
Okay, first of all, how are we selecting this? Are we spinning a wheel?
we can spin the wheel.
No,
I just wanted.
I want to cast
Fine.
lots. I want to find dice and cast lots.
Want to
I
roll
also
a
thought-
d12?
Well, what we could do is we can spin the wheel, select 4 of them out of the 12 with the wheel, and then we just randomly pick from those 4 that are selected.
Or we could. No, that's just too much effort. Never mind. Don't worry about it. No, I feel like we need the option to veto, but only if we don't know what the other choice we'd be getting was.
So
So like if Paul got something that made him super uncomfortable, he's like, I don't want to read this, I don't want to spend money on this, etc. Then he can spin again, but he doesn't get another veto, and he could hypothetically get something worse.
I like that. That sounds great.
You know what?
I'm
I
always
feel like
on
it's
the
just gonna
veto
keep
system.
getting worse as we go on. So, welcome to Studio Blank, the anime and manga podcast, where you can find all your news, views, and reviews on all things Weeb every single week. Welcome to episode 23.
23.
Where we
And our-
start off by discussing the fact that Halo 3 had the best map choosing system of any first-person shooter.
I was going to reference the point that this is our holiday Weebmas special, but
It's Grimace.
Speaking of Halo 3, did you know that there was an Easter egg in Halo 3 that was undiscovered for 10 years until someone found it in Halo 3 on Christmas Day?
hey,
You know
Tim.
what? That's topical. I'll give it to him.
Tim. All I have to say is yes, I knew this. First of all, second of all, it's Weeb time, not Halo time. And
I
while
mean,
Halo
There's
is
a
kind of
Halo
weeby,
anime.
No,
There's a Halo
Halo
anime.
is not weeby. What is weeby is watching anime while I played Halo growing up. So
I mean that works too. That works too. So, guys-
he's right.
We're gonna start by. I'm gonna pull my mic down just a little bit. Right about there. Right about there. I think. Right.
You sound fine.
Okay.
I'll fix it in post.
Oh, it was more for stream. It was a
all right. So
little
do you
bit
guys
extra.
want me to do the news?
I mean,
Yes,
like,
please.
we could totally start
Okay.
with news.
So I have a question.
Stop
do you
talking
feel
Demon
about
Slayer.
Dead Horse?
How do I feel about what?
No, he's gonna start
I
talking about
feel
Demon
like
Slayer.
that
Just
was-
skip the Demon Slayer. It's fine. It broke things. It broke records. It's doing more things in Japan. We still haven't gotten the U.S. and I'm still upset about it. You know, all that shit, and continue on. And we can just talk about we can just say Demon Slayer broke all the records again, because that's how this works every single week. It's like
It's been 9 weeks. That's why I'm saying the horse is there. But you know what? This is the first week where I wasn't going to bring up Demon Slayer news. I was making the joke about the dead horse.
well, cool. I made the news anyway. Continue. Skip past the horse.
Fun fact: they didn't break any records, so it doesn't matter.
Yay.
Not
Not
this
really.
We got the announcement date for season 5 of, or we got the premiere date for season 5 of MHA.
Yep.
Yes,
March
yes, we
27th.
did.
Down on your calendars.
That
Put it
actually
down.
makes me excited for it now that I know that it's happening. We talked about this last week.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like all we needed was a date.
Yep.
You can tell me it's coming in 2021 all you want, but until I have a hard stuck date, I have nothing to be excited about.
Exactly. Look at me and Tower of God.
Yeah. So they talked about this was all a lot of this is coming from Jump Festa 21. So Chainsaw Man's manga's second part is going to have a school arc in it. I'm very excited. I actually just finished Chainsaw Man.
Is it worth
the other
reading?
day. Finally, yeah, I'm all caught up.
Is
I
it worth
finished-
reading though? Like.
Oh, it's a really good read.
Okay.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I would also
that's
like to
exciting.
point out, random thought, so I don't miss it later. Not necessarily related to news, but kind of. The more I look back on Week Hero, the more I'm enjoying it. Like, as you know, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, continue.
All right. Tonikawa, Over the Moon for You, is getting an OVA in 2021.
I'm so happy because serotonin. Okay, continue.
So they're just getting a whole OVA.
Yes.
Yep.
Do we know, just out of curiosity, if there's any relation to the main story? Is it canon, or is it just going to be like a cute side story that they throw in? I'm not mad either way. Tonikawa is one of those shows that can pull off doing an OVA that's irrelevant to the story.
We will talk about the last episode here in a bit because it's so cute, but
Yeah, we'll talk about it during season wrap up. I do not know. Nothing is said, but
I was just wondering if we had that information.
nope, not yet.
I would like to assume it's probably canon. But
I would assume it's not manga canon though.
We'll see.
well, no.
We'll see. Is Tonikawa even made off a manga?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it's off of. Give me a second.
The second manga, they finished the first set. It's not like a seasonal. They finished the first set, which is Tonikawa Over the Moon for You. The next set is Tonikawa something else. I don't remember what it is right now, but I keep seeing it on my
Okay.
viz.
It's
So
called
like,
Fly Me.
Fly Me.
That's what the manga is called.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
so
That works.
it's
Yeah,
good.
it's
So
full
that
name Tonikaku Kawaii. Yeah.
We did get an OVA. I'm excited for OVA. I was waiting for more news about that show in general.
It kind of
Dan
just came out of
Machi-
nowhere and blew up on Crunchy. So
Motherfucker.
sorry.
Dan Machi, speaking of OVAs, is getting another OVA on
Yep.
April 28th.
Good, really good third season. If you haven't watched it, check it out.
Do we know
Good
what this
third
OVA is in relation to?
Give me a moment. Oh, god damn it.
Because Don Machi is also one of those shows that for like an OVA they could do like a slice of life episode essentially.
Well, I will tell you.
Oh,
Its
no.
title is announced.
Oh no.
It's Is it wrong to try to go to a hot spring in Orario? God of Baths Forever. It's a fucking hot spring episode.
Yeah, I could see that. I could honestly see that one coming from a mile away.
Well,
It's not like being good. It's not like being inside you feels good or anything.
Yeah, one of the key illustrations is out, and it's pretty much just
It's everything you thought of in a Hot Spring episode.
it's Hestia and oh god, I can never remember the blonde.
Haruhume.
No, the main one, the one that Belle's in love with.
Oh, Aisan.
Yeah,
Hines.
they're just in a bath together.
AINS.
Nice.
I believe.
I think you're right. I just also haven't watched.
When you say blonde girl though, I'm partial to the to Haruhume, so that's the first thing that I said. Like Einstein is
So-
great, like warrior goddess, but you know,
Paul, I love you, but can you shut the fuck up?
no.
Bottom tier character Tomazaki got its full promo video, and we have the opening theme now.
Mhm.
That is an incredibly popular series that I'm very excited about. It's very cute. Yeah, Tomazaki is one of the best gamers in Japan, and in his opinion, the game of real life is one of the worst. No clear-cut rules for success, horribly balanced, and nothing makes sense. But then he meets a gamer who's just as good as him, and she offers to teach him a few exploits. It sounds like Serotonin Incarnate. I have not read the light novels yet. It's like, I own them on Bookwalker. I have not opened them on Bookwalker.
That's fair.
All of the books that I have found.
All the Bookwalker. Anything else?
And one more piece of fun and convenient news. Funimation debuted their streaming app on the Switch this week.
Oh?
They did what?
Yeah. So now you can take your anime with you anywhere. In
Wow.
another convenient format.
In a format almost as convenient as my phone with slightly less battery life than my phone, which also has worse connection to the internet
Then
than
my
say,
phone.
My phone.
Yeah, it's not great.
To be
but,
fair, the
you know,
screen is
sometimes-
bigger.
No, okay, I do want to point out, right, really quick, for anyone ever questioning this, imagine you have 2 Switch docks in your house, right? You can watch anime on one Switch dock, pick it up, continue watching, and then put it over on another Switch dock and continue watching on another TV. Or just pick it up and continue watching and plug in your headphones. I actually am a big stan of putting streaming platforms on the Switch. I think it's the greatest thing ever. But
Yeah,
like,
no, it is really great. I was really excited.
I don't
saw that
know
and
what
I was
the scaling is on
Ooh.
the Switch itself. I assume it's
like,
1080
it's 16:9.
or 16 by 9
it's
1080.
16:9, but it's 720p in handheld.
Okay.
Which at that level, I don't think will really make much of a difference. I
No.
don't think people will be able to be like, "Oh my god," unless they're like,
As long as the bit rate is consistent, I don't think you'll notice it.
"Oh yeah,
was gonna say-
it'll probably be fine."
The difference on like Crunchy's streaming in 1080 versus 720 on my phone is marginal at best. So
It's all about the
Same
bit rate at that level. It's all about the bit rate.
exactly, and
So-
if it does well, it'll be fine. I just thought that was kind of cute. Alrighty, that is the news this week.
That's a really short
Except
news
there's
section.
one other piece.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
We already, Paul, you already know what this news is. We talked about this.
Oh, is this Star Wars? I heard there was Star Wars news this week.
No. But see, Paul, did you look at your boss's Twitter account today?
Shh.
Like even a little bit.
Yes.
There was something that was announced this week.
No, I know. I just didn't know that we were talking about it as news, so I was waiting for you to talk about it.
Ah, yes.
Would anyone like to fill
We
in
have
the
a
comfy?
Witcher anime coming in 2021.
Yeah, we have a Witcher anime coming.
That's okay. I do really quickly want to point out, this is not new.
I know,
Not
but
new news.
it's just
I'm very excited for it. It is a prequel to the Witcher show. It is, I believe, Geralt has been cast for it, and then also because it's Henry Cavill. But I believe they also were looking to cast what's his name? Why am I bad at Witcher character names?
I don't know.
The older Witcher.
Which one?
The only one that matters in the grand scheme. 1 second.
This is not helpful.
That is not helpful
yeah.
at all.
I know it's not news. Like it's not new news. It's just it's good news. That's
Yep.
all that really matters. We have a lot of other IP entering the anime space, and that's just good for us. That means more funding to things that we like and more mainstream appeal so that we don't have to be made fun of for being weebs anymore. Because if you watch anime, fuck you. You don't get to shit on me for liking anime.
Vesemir.
Oh, Vesemir. Yeah. Took you.
So
a
yeah,
minute.
that's that.
To be fair, I'm not really surprised because Vesemir is like a side character throughout the whole. Like,
yes, but
Netflix series.
he is
Yeah.
important to Geralt as an individual.
Oh, 100%.
More important than the other Witchers aside from Ciri.
Yes.
If
Well, I
you
mean,
can call her a Witcher.
Ciri is a Witcher. Later.
She does she go through the mutations? Exactly.
She's still a Witcher.
She's not a proper Witcher,
She's an honorary Witcher.
but she's not a proper Witcher, which was my point.
Just
Honorary-
like now with all the new Star Wars anime that's coming out, Star Wars fans are technically will be honorary weebs.
No.
They're not full weebs, but they're honorary.
Paul, you're not a full weeb.
We
so I
have
don't know
a
what
we
you're
have a
talking about.
percentage system for this. You know this.
Paul, you're like 67% of a weeb. You're a majority, but you're not quite there.
I'm at like no, I feel like I'm about 70, 75.
I felt like lowballing you a little bit. I'm in a mood today.
I mean that's fair. That's
Ooh.
fair.
But you know what we don't have to lowball? The quality of this fucking fall season. It was so
Yes.
good. It was
We
top-
got a lot of really good shows from it.
Yep.
We did. We had so many good shows. Like, speaking of Tanakawa, absolute grand slam.
100%.
Well, so we just let's
Base
go back
loaded
over let's go back over some of the stuff that we've happened. You guys have had Black Clover, which you've been able to watch through and enjoy.
I mean, not really.
That's a phrase that you can use.
You could,
I
you
mean,
could
It's all
watch
filler.
through.
Now, granted,
Yeah.
the filler's like been part of like good like flashback moments that like from
Mhm.
stuff that we'd already like known that happened that they're like fleshing out, which is the way you should
Yeah.
do filler in my opinion. Right? Like it's good filler, but like I stopped
Uh-huh.
caring about it like 3 weeks in, and I just kind of like
We-
passively watch it now when I don't feel like watching anything else that I'm on YouTube on. I'm like,
We
oh,
got
that's right, there
Fire
was
Force.
Black Clover this week.
Did you at least enjoy Fire Force for the most part?
Oh, Fire Force is incredible.
Fire Force was really great this season.
Fire Force was a banger. Haikyuu Part 2 was a
We got
banger.
Haikyuu. Tony Kawa came out of nowhere.
Yep.
We got
Jujutsu Kaisen
Jujutsu
lived up to
Kaisen.
the hype.
yep.
JJK did live up to the hype. Noblesse has caught up to itself, is what I'd like to say. Like Nate, we actually haven't had a chance to talk about this on podcast yet, have we?
We talked about it. We touched on it a bit last week, but we didn't
Yeah.
actually discuss it.
So, I mean, let's just do this. Tim, I don't know if you've caught up since episode like 3 or 4. Okay. It gets good. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
heard
not
that.
it's not like groundbreakingly balls to the wall, much like, you know, God of High School and JJK are, right? Because like those shows are just straight up balls to the wall.
Yeah, they're
Everything
both
is
the wall shonen.
everything
that's-
shonen. Noblesse has, especially once you get just past that episode 3, where like the nobles have finally entered the picture, and then there's a couple other things I can't spoil for you because like they're actually pseudo relevant unless you read, and then like whatever.
I mean, I think I made it to episode 6, and then I was just kind of like, I had gotten caught up to what was current at the time, and it still didn't really grab me.
That's right.
And so I was like, you know what? I'll put it off for the rest of the season, and you know, in that like week period where we don't have a whole lot to watch, other than the stuff that's continuing, I'll just crank the whole series out in 12.
It honestly, I mean, this coming episode is the big episode, due to what's about to happen between Rye and a specific someone. So I'm interested to see how they handle what like we would consider a climax episode. You know, like it is episode 12 halfway through. I don't know if is it a 12 or a 24? I think it's a 12, right?
I think all of the crunchies were 12s.
Double check for me, Nate. But like,
I'm checking it right now.
If that's the case, then I feel like they've done a good job of not trying to rush themselves, because I feel like if they'd rushed themselves, much like we saw with God of High School, if God of High School didn't have that second 12 episodes,
yeah,
like, it's it doesn't have a listed number of episodes. I would assume 12.
Okay.
12 or
so
13
we've gotten a lot more than that as well this season. We got Attack on Titan just started coming back. We're 3
which has been incredible.
We got Bird and the Witch at the beginning of the season, which was super fun.
Still haven't watched that.
Still, it's 3 episodes.
I will.
We got Iwa Kakeru,
which
Sport
honestly was just really cute.
It was just fun. And we got the Inuyasha sequel.
I heard it was incredibly slow.
None of us continued watching it.
No. It was just so slow.
I never really
I haven't
watched
gotten a chance to
Inuyasha,
jump over to Funny to watch my shows, because I have 2 shows on Funny that I want to be watching this season that I needed to do.
Yeah, I need to watch them as well.
Because I need to burn through. Love Is War.
Yep.
And I need to burn through Irregular Magic High School season 2. We also got Rent a Girlfriend.
No, we didn't.
Rent a Girlfriend was last.
That was last
season.
season.
Summer. We did get
it's blending. This whole year blended together.
Dungeon 3.
The whole year blended together. Don't.
A lot of them blended together. Yeah, like Rent a Girlfriend. I see like Sword Art, but that was last season.
Sword Art was last season too. But that was good.
Oh, okay. I'll catch up on it at some point. That's actually probably going to be my holiday, is catching up on Sword Art.
Yeah.
I have a hot take.
Yep.
Million Lives was actually kind of enjoyable.
I haven't finished.
Did he get a better job at any point in time, or did he just keep spinning the wheel and getting fucked? Okay, that answers that question.
But he stops being the only character that's useful, and really, there was serious character growth, and that made me feel good. So,
that's
I mean, I'll be real. If you know when you take like a bean and you plant it in the ground, and then you like go 6 months later and you open it up and there's still just a bean there.
Yeah.
You plant another bean next to it and a tiny little green sprout comes out. You don't call that good character growth because you're comparing it to trash.
You know, Tim, I can't save you there, unfortunately.
The characters were like a blank fucking canvas. If you threw some red paint on the wall, you could have called it like, I don't know, some modern art piece.
Okay, how much of it did you actually watch?
3.5 full episodes.
Okay, well, I watched all 12.
I'm so sorry.
Honestly, it was pretty fun. It wasn't great. It wasn't a standout show. But what it was it was quality turn your brain off isekai.
So you feel like that about the same way that I feel about Magician's Nephew.
Yeah.
I mean, grandson.
It's like the show is a 5 out of 10 at best, but like when you're just trying to turn your brain off and enjoy anime, it's an okay one.
Yeah.
Like that's all it was.
It was a show that I was like, if I was watching it dubbed while I was doing something else, I'd probably enjoy it.
Fair.
I've
Now,
been
I would
using
like
it
to
help
point out.
reinforce my Japanese skills.
I would like to point out. At least it wasn't Monster Doctor Girl.
Monster Girl Doctor? Yeah,
Monster
no,
Girl
that
Doctor. Yeah.
like Million Lives is immediately better than a lot of the trash that we were like, okay, this.
Okay,
happened during the
really
comic.
quick. You're trying to throw Monster Girl Doctor under the bus here to make Million Lives look better, but I want to point out that the 3D in Monster Girl Doctor was way better than T-posing Touch My Tits Man, okay? Now, am I wrong?
I never once said that the Game Master was enjoyable to look at or made any contribution to that show.
No,
If anything,
see, Tim,
every time
I
he showed
think-
up on screen, I just like closed my eyes, plugged my ears, and was like, I'm
No,
just gonna let
Tim,
it pass.
what we need to do now is we need to make a drinking game for Million Lives where every time the Game Master shows up, you take a shot.
Oh, cool, so that I can black out by episode 3?
Yeah, then you
Yes.
can enjoy the rest of it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, it wasn't, again, it wasn't,
It wasn't
like an
bad,
absolute
but it
standout
was
show.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
I don't recommend that you go watch it if you're like looking for good content, but if you have 30 minutes to throw away, it's not a bad show to sit down and watch an episode from.
I feel you. I
That's
know
fair.
that feeling.
I'd just rather go back and watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I felt like I had to make one more Legend of the Galactic Heroes reference before we ended 2020.
Well, you made
God,
2 of them just
fucking-
now.
Yeah, I said at least one. Okay, anyway.
Wow, you know what I wish they would have more than one of? A Kamiga kill so they could remake those last 6 episodes.
Tim, what's the last thing you want to go out of
Mate?
2020 mentioning
what's
one
it-
last time this whole
Wait,
year?
No, no.
the
He
meme
already
can-
He already talked about Demon Slayer's numbers.
No, he didn't. I did. So Tim has
Is that each of our like? That's each of the things that we've just run into the ground this season.
yeah.
This year.
Season 2 of the podcast has definitely been beating the shit out of jokes until you just can't milk them for anything else. It was supposed to be about having regular guests on, but instead it was beat the shit out of jokes.
And then when our guests come on, they're like, "Wait, why the fuck is this funny?" It's like, no, don't worry, I got this.
Don't
And were
worry,
they
it's
beating
just funny, accept it.
Are they beating Titanic? You know, I do want to point out that, like, seriously, in all seriousness, breakout shows of this year, I think there are 2.
There's more than 2.
I mean,
Give me a
but,
second.
like-
I'm pulling up Mal so that I can go through the.
I was going through the crunchy list.
I was just gonna say the 2 that have like solidified my 2020 as shows that I guess let's do 3, right? Kind of give like one of each. Tonikawa, because absolute serotonin. It's absolutely incredible, super cute, super watchable, kind of communal in some aspect. Like, it's really good to watch with friends because then you're both just being like, oh my god, it's so cute together, and it's just a good time. Number 2, I really have to say Misfit. Like, another Blindside came out of absolute
Wow, from this season?
nowhere. No, I said this year.
Okay. Needed to make sure.
Actually,
because-
yeah. How about we do a year in review? Because we've talked about a lot of these shows all season.
Yeah.
But like, let's just go off some of our like breakout shows for the year. Because let's be real, most of our listeners did not get to hear our discussions about the first 2 seasons of anime.
Yeah.
This year, and honestly, one of my breakout shows for the year is Ishizoku Reviewers. And the reason I say that is it takes a lot
Yeah.
to go, wow,
Let's
they literally
sexualize a
just
penguin.
streamed hentai. And somehow Funimation just signed the contract
Yeah.
to stream that show without
It took 3 episodes.
yeah, that's the thing is, it wasn't like, oh, this was a mistake after 1 episode. It wasn't even after the second one. It was episode 3. And by that point, enough people knew about it that it ended up on Pornhub. The rest of the season did.
Not anymore.
That to me screams,
Not anymore.
how did we get here?
So
That show,
someone at Funimation signed off on it like, yeah, we're gonna get this series before anybody else, not realizing that the animation company was just straight up gonna produce porn.
yeah, exactly. How, for me, the comedic value for how that went into the rest of 2020, honestly, it should have just given us an idea of how 2020.
I guess let's just
back in
instead
January.
of doing the top 3, because I'm like looking through this list and I'm like, I can't just do top 3. Like there's too many. Like,
Also, can we talk about how dominant Mappa was this year?
100%.
Yeah, they can dominate me.
Mappa.
They had a show in every single season that was absolutely fantastic. Dorohedoro in Winter 20.
Yeah.
We had what did they do in season or in spring? My bad.
Let me check. I should have map on a fucking like bookmark at this point. I pull them up so often.
Mappa did
listeners.
It looks like they had they did just that one.
They did listeners. Just listen. No, they had 2.
Yeah, it looked like they must not have done
Dorohedoro.
They just did listeners.
They did Dorohedoro.
Dorohedoro in the winter season.
Winter, but for spring they only did listeners.
Yeah, and then summer they did God of High School, and then this season they did Jujutsu, and they started Attack on Titan.
I thought there was one more. I swore there was
do you
one
think
more.
there's one more? Because we've been talking about Dororo a lot. And to the Abandoned Sacred Beasts, which was
they also did
summer
Koi to
last year.
Producer, but that show
no.
in the summer I don't even think I watched. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, no, you're right. It's just been one a season. I keep forgetting that the seasons kind of half overlapped because they did 24 episodes and the 12s.
Some of
That's
it's
what
just
it
been
is.
so long.
Yeah.
But like this year has just been a really great year for anime.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And
I just want to like seriously take the moment to realize how breakout a couple of these shows were that came out of absolute nowhere. Like Tonikawa, Misfit, what else? Like there was like 2 more that I burned through.
Tower of God was just
I mean,
it wasn't out of nowhere, but like it was a
out of pseudo obscurity, you know, like
Yeah.
like it wasn't something everybody was talking about. Everybody who knew about it was talking about it, but like it was kind of a blank check.
Mm-hmm.
Sing Yesterday for me.
Absolutely, to sing yesterday. There's just like there were so many good little moments.
That was one of my favorite shows of 2020. Like absolutely by such a large margin. We had ReZero.
We had Rent a Girlfriend,
Yeah,
we did get Rent a Girlfriend.
like out of nowhere.
Just blindsided literally everybody.
Okay, didn't I say to make my abilities average in the next life in 2020? Or was that 2019 into 2020?
That was 2019.
Okay, because I still really enjoyed that. We did get Fruit Basket.
We got Fruit Basket season 2. That was
That
great.
was incredible.
Yes, that was a thing that happened. That I watched.
Sacred Beasts
Yeah, we got that.
was spring. I'm pretty sure
Holy shit.
That was
Yeah.
last year.
it was last year.
Yes,
Yeah,
I literally have it
I
up.
remember that.
Okay.
That's why I was like very confused. I was like, there's no way that came out
Yeah.
this year.
No, that was summer last year.
How long have we been talking about Domestic Girlfriend? That was last
Way
year as
since
well.
before we started doing this podcast.
Okay, cool.
Domestic Girlfriend's been out for
Okay.
ever.
Okay.
My
this last 2 years have blended so badly.
oh yeah, no. It's
Oh yes.
I think I really think those are the standout shows that we've all mentioned. Like JJK, like and God of High
JJK
School was incredible. I don't want to put it in my top 3 it was great, but it wasn't that good to beat out some of the other stuff that came out this year, you know? Like, JJK stands head and shoulders above every other shonen from this year.
Oh yeah.
I would
And,
almost
like-
put it number 1 over the last 2 years. Like
think
it's close on that Demon Slayer mark. Like Demon Slayer,
I think you need to
JJK.
wait for it to end first.
Fair.
Yeah.
Or you can make those judgments. Remember Game of Thrones? Nobody does.
Remember Darling in the Franxx?
We
I
try
remember
not
like the first
to.
15 episodes, and that's it.
Same.
Um,
So that's my. I mean, I just think if Mappa hasn't fucked up anything else, they're not gonna fuck this up. So I'm giving it an honorary spot there.
I trust Mappa. I trust that they're going to do good enough with this that it will end up in that slot, but I'm not counting my chickens before they're hatched.
Fair.
it's been a really great year. And 2021 is looking to start off incredibly strong.
Yes.
Well, we're already like
Attack on Titan.
regardless of what seasons or what shows are happening in 2021, regardless of what starts up in the next 2 weeks, we're walking in swinging with Attack on Titan.
It's no question.
We have
Regardless.
16 episodes of Attack on Titan, and we're done, and it's
Yeah.
over.
Oh my god, is that really like?
We have 4 months until the manga
So
ends.
I want to put it this way: we have Attack on Titan. Side note: if you didn't know, we have 7 Deadly Sins season 4.
Mhm.
What?
We are getting.
Oh no, Paul! I was pretending like 7DS doesn't exist.
oh my
Oh,
god.
it's not bad.
No, oh, are
After
you
that
so?
last season, did you see the animation? It was fucking.
The animation was garbage, but I'm
Guys,
also reading.
I'm gonna read you some things, and you're just gonna like nod along and be like, "Oh my god, we're
Okay.
getting Promised Neverland season 2.
Yep.
Doctor
Dr.
Stone.
Stone.
season
Doctor
two.
Stone, Stone Wars. Yep.
We're getting Slime Sakai season 2.
Yep.
We're getting ReZero season 2 part 2.
Yep.
We're getting Log Horizon season 3.
I've been waiting so long for that.
I've been waiting a
Started season
very.
2.
No, it's
The
Yes.
return of quintessential quintuplets. One of my favorite serotonins.
it's pretty good.
It's pretty cute.
More Bungo Stray Dogs.
I need to watch
Amina
that.
is
I've
coming
heard it's
back.
good.
It is interesting. I've watched the first 3 episodes, as is tradition with me in a majority of shows. None of these other ones are looking like they're that.
No, that's the
lady
7
is-
Deadly
that is-
Sins 4th season, which looks to be okay. I just want the thing. What else?
Hmm.
I'm just scrolling.
We
through,
do
I'm
have
not
World
seeing
Trigger
anything
season
else.
2. If anybody cares,
I don't even think I watched season 1 of World Trigger.
But so
I would also agree.
literally, regardless of like if half of these shows flop, we're still getting
Well,
3 absolutely incredible sequels.
then we
Yeah,
get
I'm sorry.
Slime Sakai again, which is like the OVA. Then we have Boku no Hero 5th season, which is going to be bonkers.
That's
Oh, I forgot. We also have the return of
Green.
Cells at Work. That's a good show.
Shaman King.
Like seriously,
Finally.
2021 is going to be cracked.
Yep.
And it's
I'm just double checking.
I'm afraid for spring 2021 that it will not match up with the quality of winter.
oh, we're getting Don't Bully Me as an anime. That's fun.
We're also getting Fairy Tale spinoff.
The thing we
Eden
didn't
Zero.
Oh no. Eden Zero is not a fairy tale spinoff, but it's written by
need- Are we getting a Gridman spinoff?
We're also getting Moriarty 2nd season.
yeah, the first half of season 1 is on Funimation right now, and the manga is really fucking good. So you should go fucking watch that.
Eden
We're also
Zero
getting another
definitely
Gundam.
Is definitely fairy tale of some form.
No, it's Fairy
No, no, no.
Tale. It is.
It's not technically fairy tale.
I'm reading the synopsis. It both is and it isn't. It's Schrodinger's fairy tale.
It is Schrodinger's fairy tale.
Dollar Store Lucy and main character need to join Happy on their spaceship
It's
after they were at an
Yep.
amusement park. This is all in the synopsis. I'm not lying to you.
I know. I have read some of Eden Zero.
Bandai Namco is also producing Cestus, the Roman fighter, which comes from a manga, and the only reason I'm slightly interested is because I love Roman slave, like, gladiator fights. But it looks like it's 3D too, so I'm also not that excited. And then, of course, New
Basically,
Gundam.
We're getting a shit ton of stuff, and that's not even, we don't even have a date for like Shield Hero Season 2, which has been greenlit for 2021. It could be, Season 2 and 3 are both supposed to come out in 2021, so even if
It might
they're
be a
delayed,
winter one. I think that's how they're gonna. If it works out,
I would
that's how it'll work out.
assume spring winter, but I feel like they might have to delay it to summer.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get Haikyuu next season in 2021.
We just had Haikyuu. Can't you be happy with the Haikyuu you got?
Not when I know the next arc, which is probably the final arc of like the entire like.
We have Haikyuu at home.
The Haikyuu we have at home already completed. It's called read the manga, asshole.
I did. That's the point.
I know. We have the return of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid in 2021. And
yes, we do. The world's greatest show that Paul still hasn't watched.
Paul, you can't call yourself a weeb.
I'm still traumatized over
we're
the
watching Miss
Foxtail.
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid tonight. I hope you know that.
No.
Paul.
No.
You don't
Not
have anything
tonight.
to do after this, do you?
Yes, I do.
Damn it.
Also, we're getting a 3rd season of Love is War.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's just so much in 2021.
Yeah, 2021 is gonna be fucking cracked.
I'm also excited. I
Anime is
am
doing good.
crossing my fingers for Tower of God Season 2 announcement in 2021. Crossing fingers, crossing toes.
I'm crossing my fingers for Tower of God Season 3 continuation in 2021. Yeah.
If you didn't
6
know, SIU has a 6-month hiatus due to worsening health conditions, and he needs to take time to make
He
sure.
posted that a week
The
ago.
webtoon that started
So-
this podcast has been on hiatus since we started and is still on hiatus.
We're gonna fucking wait. That's it. We need to just stop doing the podcast. It's the perfect plan. We'll bait them out. They know that they're getting money off of us. It's like they talk about Tower of God every week. We don't need to do anything. They can just keep at it, and we're just gonna stay here and we're gonna sit around and do nothing. And see, we're gonna starve them out by stopping talking about Tower of God, and then they'll be forced to do it.
You know, I feel like it may be the opposite. Is we haven't been talking about Tower enough.
You know,
we
in
just,
all
like-
honesty, though, it is because SIU hurt his wrist and he needs to heal, and we'd much prefer that he heals and takes as much time as he needs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Side note.
I can take a year off of reading Tower of God because that webtoon eats my money.
Well, because here's the thing, Tim. He
I
has
shoveled
10
money into that
manuscripts
webtoon's mouth.
ready.
He has
He
10
has
manuscripts
10 weeks
ready.
of content done.
Yeah.
So, like, when he comes back, it'll be swinging.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm going to
regardless of how you look at it.
shovel money at webtoon for that.
I know. Like, we're all gonna be happy with it.
You know what I'm trying really hard not to shovel money at?
What?
Only I level up. Mostly because we've hit the point of like no return in the webtoon, and I'm like, I just want to know. That's it. Like
Paul's debating buying the manga.
Gang.
I'm debating getting the light novel.
I'm debating reading the manga because I want to see what the art style similarity is between the two. To see that,
It's
like,
pretty much the same.
really?
I would assume it'd be like sharper lines and stuff because it's only black and white.
Yeah, that's like really the only difference.
Tempting. So tempting.
I'm very tempted to read the light novel because I also looked up like how many more arcs there were and how far we are into it. We're like maybe 60% of the way there. Like,
but the other part of me is like, well, I don't have Tower to look forward to every week. So if I burn through this and then I don't quite look forward to it as much, I'll be upset with myself for burning myself out on another webtoon that I need to be patient for.
That's why I'm reading through Unordinary right now, because it hurts my soul every week.
We talked about this last week.
With Unordinary
We talked about this last week.
Uru-chan, we love you. Thank you for writing a webtoon that literally rips my soul out every week.
It's impressive.
we had this
problem. It is
did
the
we tell
opposite of Weak Hero for me, Tim. So in Weak Hero, I like all of the characters and I love their interactions and I love the way that they work together, but the overarching story doesn't really hold me. In Unordinary, every single character is a piece of shit, deserves to die, but I love the story, so I'm reading it for that.
I'm like, that's pretty accurate. I think
I just have moments where I'm like, emotional trauma.
That are like protect beans.
There's like 2 good characters in Unordinary. I won't put the blanket statement of everyone's an asshole, but oh my god, everyone's an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, so this is what I have to say about this. Is like, we are seeing the other way superhuman society could swing. We have My Hero for all the goodness that we ever need and all the serotonin from heroes. And then Unordinary's like, but what if it was realistic? And we're all like,
I hate the way that he says that. What if it was realistic? Like, because people are going to be ranking their powers and getting into fights and being like, bitch, you're not strong enough to stop my super fist.
Yeah,
I'm just being realistic.
Take your twinkle fingers back home before I shove a lightning fist up your ass, all right?
Okay, Ecstatic. Okay, Ray, we get it.
I'm just saying.
No, you don't, because I'm dead.
Oh, oof. Why'd you do this to me, Nate?
Remy is the best part of the show because she's just a wholesome being that wants to be a good person.
I like Blake too.
She from like the get-go, she was not a piece of shit.
I like Blake though.
She's the only person that was good from the very beginning. Like
straight up, just protect.
We're Remy's hands.
Good girl.
I think the reason that I say it's so realistic is like, when you look at it objectively, you're like, no, I can see why you made that decision. Like, that makes sense. Like, I don't like it, but it makes sense. You know, like when, like this whole thing with Arlo in the beginning, you're like, I really don't like that. It makes sense, but I really don't like it.
Honestly, at the point that we're at, it's literally like, John, can you get the fuck over it? They're wrong. They admitted they're wrong. You know that they're wrong. You won. You're done. Get over it. He's like, no, this asshole literally ambushed me and tried to kill me, and I'm never letting it go. And I'm sitting here, and on one hand, I'm like, they've all accepted that they're wrong, and he should let this go. But they did try to kill him for literally no reason.
2 points. First one, Arlo wasn't going to kill him. A. B. That's how society works, and if you don't put the round peg into the round hole, things break, and Arlo understands this, and thus, subsequently, things did break because the round peg was not in fact round.
The round peg was sitting in the goddamn round hole at the bottom of the goddamn like ladder, and this dude was mad that it was sticking out half an inch because it's an ugly fucking screw, because it's an ugly peg. So he tried to remove the peg. He literally said like he was trying to get him to transfer. He was trying to get rid of him. He beat him half to death. You're not winning this fight here.
Hold on.
Arlo had no reason.
No, let me make this point.
To break his phone, catfish him over the internet, and then ambush him with 2 other people with high-ranking powers to literally just beat the shit out of him.
You're also forgetting the substantial motivation, which was not that it was to just beat the shit out of him. It was, you're holding back. You have power. These are all the things that prove it. Why aren't you being
that ahead of time? No, he was mad because he thought that John being friends with Sarah was keeping Sarah from reaching her full potential.
No, it was both.
Oh, that's exactly why. When Arlo realized that John had powers and was incredibly fucking strong, that's when he got angry and was like, I'm glad I beat the shit out of you so that I now understand where you stand in the rankings.
Again,
I hate that I am no longer the king because of it, but
again, Arlo's point is to maintain the hierarchy, which is a logical progression for his character and this is society in which the school exists.
So you're defending him taking a cripple out to the beach and trying to beat the shit out of him?
No, I'm making the point that his... No,
Paul, that's exactly what you just did.
I'm making the point that his progression is logical no matter how shitty and or fucked up it is.
No,
I'm making the point that
justify the means here, Paul.
The ends, no, logical progression would be, oh, he's messing with the system. I need to take this to faculty or administration, the people that he wholeheartedly believes is 100% on his side because he has high-ranking powers, right? Or
No.
the authorities, right?
No.
These are the people that he trusts the most over even his friends.
The
This is
problem
the current arc in Unordinary is him trying to trust his friends more than he trusts the authorities.
And he's
Yes.
not doing a very good job of it, in fact.
No, he's not.
Thank you, Tim.
My point is no, I disagree with both of those statements preemptively, but we can talk about that all later because I don't think that's how he thought, and he didn't like the principle. He was just like, the principle is stronger than I am and thus has authority. That's not how Arlo was thinking at the beginning.
There's an inner monologue from one of those chapters where he's talking about how frustrated he is with the fact that John is disrupting the hierarchy by being friends with Sarah because he's a fucking cripple.
Yes.
So he took him out to the beach
Yes.
and tried to beat the shit out of him for upsetting the hierarchy.
Yes.
And he was upsetting the hierarchy by having friends outside of his tier.
Yes.
That sounds like you're defending the caste system, Paul.
I'm not defending it. I'm simply making the point that Arlo in the system that he
can't
is.
play devil's
That
advocate
doesn't
here.
make him not a bad person.
I didn't say it didn't. I said it just made sense.
Paul, just because there's a logical progression on why he was doing the action does not mean that his means nor
I
the
didn't
end
say
of
it did. I just
his
said it
end
made
goal
sense. And
were
unfortunately, that the society in which he existed means it made sense. I said I didn't like it. I said I didn't like him. I just said that it made sense.
Paul,
You're the one who's trying to justify beating a crippled kid on a beach for like 10 minutes.
Paul, I just want you to know, I have a phrase for you.
Yes.
Fuck society. They're a bunch of shitheads.
I'm not disagreeing. That's the point. I'm just saying it makes sense.
Hey, Tim. How's it going?
It's like watching a
No,
lemming.
after
No,
the
no, no, no.
average-
Here we go.
No, no,
Here we go. No, I got this. Perfect example. It's like watching the lemming follow his other lemmings off the cliff.
It's
I don't like
exactly
it.
Like that,
It looks
because
super
lemmings don't
dumb from
actually
out
do
here.
That was artificial, just like your entire argument.
No, because Arlo is a lemming.
Okay, so to our wonderful listeners out there, after the ad break, we're going to do the Weeb gift exchange, where Paul is probably going to end up with some etchy garbage, and he's gonna fucking deal with it like the big boy he is, and not try and argue with us.
No, I'm totally gonna argue. What do you mean?
Yeah, but we'll just deafen, and Nate and I will continue to have a discussion, where
Too
your
bad.
server deafens.
Too bad.
And
I'm
Chad-
the one with
Chad
all
will
the
get
audio.
punished because of your insolence.
What do you
No.
mean you're the one with all the audio? I can edit this without your audio.
I'm talking about for the stream.
Oh,
Again, you know what? Maybe I just server mute you instead, so
Yeah,
that
we can
chat
server
gets
mute
to
him.
hear us. Chat can hear you, but we don't have to hear the argument.
No, chat won't be able
That's
to
the
hear us.
perfect-
Chat won't be able to hear you because it's all coming through my Discord chat.
ooh.
I said server mute you, not server deafen you.
RAR X3. So we're on
All
break.
right.
We'll be
And
back.
with that, here's a word from our wonderful sponsors over at King's Coast.
Just marking that. Why
I'm
are
putting
we?
it in the.
I'm just.
That was a great conversation.
It was great. I'm still
I know,
right.
it was
I don't like
absolutely
it.
fantastic.
I hate it. I hate the fact that it makes sense. It's just Arlo is the lemming. Arlo is jumping off the
But
cliff.
see, here's the thing though, right? In every single instance that you've presented, Arlo went above and beyond to be cruel.
Yeah.
I disagree with cruel because
Okay,
the point is not to be cruel, and this is why I was judging society and said realistically.
really quickly, Tim, did Arlo specifically in the webtoon make a mental note that he was being as cruel as possible to John to make him break?
Yes,
Yes.
that's literally quotable. I can go find the chapter.
Yes,
Thank you.
But
Continue.
the point is, realistically, that is exactly what happens when you are trying to break and remove somebody from a position they shouldn't be in a system of a hierarchy. Like, that's not out of the ordinary. Like, that.
Are you saying it's not
unordinary?
Yes,
unordinary?
that's why I said that. Like, that's my point. Is like, I don't like it. I hate it. But that's what you do in that system to beat the nail that is protruding to where you think it should be. Like, that's just what happens.
Really quick. Hey, Mercs, are you still here?
You know what I'm saying?
Are you enjoying
Like,
the discourse?
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Because, like, that's part of the reason why I hated Arlo for so long, is I was like, I fucking understand it, but good God, you're a douche.
No, see, because Paul, now Arlo's at the point where he's having that great internal struggle where he's like, I should do this, and this is what I'm supposed to do, but I want to do this.
Yes.
You hear
It's
a
why
lo-
the
a
character
lot of shouting?
transition is
Yeah.
good.
Mercs, I'm going to open up the Discord message that you sent me, which terrifies me.
Oh, no.
I just wanted you to be aware that I was doing so. There's literally nothing here.
Oh, no.
It just
That
says
worries
this is
me.
the beginning of-
You got
beginning of
bitch.
your chat, Lamau. Oh, that scared me. I
Okay.
thought there was gonna be something terrifying.
So we'll come back in at 1 hour exactly.
1 hour exactly. You got it, Dad.
Cool. 1 hour in audio, 1 hour and like 30 in video.
That's whatever. Send it now. Do it.
Anyway,
Leave.
it's a thing.
It's
like I hate it because
love
like
Unordinary, though.
I'm watching Arlo go through this whole thing and realize how absolutely like fucked it was, and him being like, "Damn, I really did that," and then him being like, "Why didn't I just have friends?" And you're like, "But you did."
Paul, are you current with Unordinary?
I am behind. I'm not fast passing it at current. I could,
Okay, so
but
you're
Nate did tell me about the principal. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's my point about like the hierarchy is like the thing is the principal knew all of that as well and knew the entire thing and was purposefully like, nah,
the principal
let it
hasn't given
happen.
a.
No.
Okay, and we're back.
We're back.
Welcome back to Studio
back?
Blank. You absolutely beautiful people.
I just opened what Merc sent me. It was a cameo from the voice actor who plays Woods in Call of Duty.
That's dope.
And he said, "Congrats on getting a PS5."
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Oh, it was so cool.
Okay, guys.
Alrighty.
Patreon White
So,
Christmas
the gift
anime
exchange.
exchange.
All right. So for those of you that are either new to the podcast or didn't closely pay attention to this, because I don't know if it ended up getting cut into the video at the end or into the episode, what we are doing this week is what we are calling the Weeb Elephant Gift Exchange. We asked our patrons to send us a list of 7, which I know is an odd number, but we have our Patreon isn't exactly popping off yet, so we wanted to have as much content as possible to choose from. 7 different light novels or manga or anime or webtoons that they want us to read or consume, I should say. And we will randomly pick from that selection without knowing what we're getting until we have confirmed that that's the gift that we want, and then we will be told.
Oh, I love this.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to let you pick a number 1 through 12. Paul, I need you to pick a number 1 through 12.
And here's the sound of Paul picking a number 1 through 12, not realizing his mic is muted.
Yeah,
Hold on. 5.
5? All right. I'm going to pull up the Excel sheet.
I
that
couldn't
one of my
pick. I rolled
housemates
for
did
me.
that I did not look at, so I have no idea what this is. So your number 5 is
Oh no.
Well, this
Oh,
is
no.
interesting.
Oh,
Is this
no.
etchy garbage right off the bat?
No, it's not. Paul, I'm going to ask you to pick a new number.
Why?
Tim, DM it to me.
No.
No, Paul, I'll
No,
let you
Paul?
know why you can't know.
So, actually, you know what? I think it would be great. Never mind. You're going to take 5, right?
No, I need to know what I don't need to know what it is. I just want to know the reasons for why I have to pick a new number here.
Actually, Nate, do you think it'd be funny for him to have to do a whole Patreon, like 20-minute episode talking about that?
I think we're all going to do it anyways.
Exactly. That's why I'm thinking we should have him repick.
If that's the reasoning, I'm totally down repicking. I just wanted to know the reason.
That's the reasoning. That's
Because we're already going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something that we're already covering.
Okay. Is it Weak Hero?
Magic. You got there.
Wild.
9.
Okay. Nate, pick a number.
Let me spin this wheel really quick.
Spin the wheel. It's like the claw, but the wheel.
We got a
If you
solid
ever-
number
No.
4.
4. I'm gonna pick 2.
All right.
2,
Everyone got
4,
their numbers?
9.
Yep.
I got from one of our absolutely lovely patrons, Mr. Cherry Poppins himself. I have Comey Can't Communicate. I have to go read this manga.
Oh lord.
Oh no. All right. What do I got?
You have I'm a behemoth, an S-ranked monster, but mistaken for a cat. I live as an elf girl's pet. You got a light novel from Cherry.
Yeah, so that one was on my list of light novel titles to use, and now I can't use it anymore. Yeah, that one was the first tab I had open today as my selection process.
Are you serious?
Paul, do you want to come over here and see how many fucking light novel tabs I have open, and I'll show you that I have one literally open for this. So obviously, don't look at the titles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th one. Oh my god! Yep. It's literally the first one.
Cool.
And
I love it. I love it so much.
Paul, you got a special anime from Mr. Cherry Poppins himself.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You got To Love Rue.
Like the classic?
That's a phrase you can use for it.
You know, I'm honestly surprised. Tim, tell me, did anybody put Boku no Pico?
Nope.
What about
I said no hentai.
His first time?
I said no hentai, so we did not get Boku no Pico one time.
Do you know about Yamada's first time? Okay, just making sure.
So everything that is on this list that was not picked already.
I would also
will
like
be
to point
put in-
out that Rue is etchy garbage.
Okay, no, come here.
It's not really garbage, but
So by the
it's
way,
definitely etchy.
for all of our listeners now, in about 5 months, we're going to do this again. Except it'll be our birthday gifts from you guys. Because for a fun fact for you, I was born 2 weeks before Paul, and Nate was a day after Paul.
Oh look,
So-
Nate's the young one.
No, I'm the
I
youngest
know,
of the
I
three of
know.
us.
No,
I
it's
just
it's the
happen
young.
to have
No,
the
no,
first
it's fine.
birthday
No, it's fine.
in the
Nate
month.
is now officially the young Nate.
I am the youngest. Wah.
Tim, Nate is officially now the young Nate. We have to formally, if anytime we formally refer to him, it's, oh, well, we're taking the young Nate out for anime.
Yeah, exactly. So
What am I, a fucking cat? Yeah, he just needs some anime in him, then he'll be fine. Really messes up his system when he looks at those 3D girls too long.
So, the episode that we're going to record on the 9th of May, and we'll talk about this more as it gets closer, we will be doing this again.
Yep.
And we're going to start taking submissions on January 1st. This way, we have potentially hundreds of birthday gifts to accept.
Oh no. I feel like every light
Nate's
novel
stressing.
that I read out needs to be put on the list.
Nate's stressing.
Oh, absolutely. See, Nate, what you guys didn't realize was
You've been writing down all the light novels in a separate list?
Oh, no. I went back and I had one of my housemates listen to every single episode of the podcast.
I'm so sorry for
I'm so
him.
sorry.
But hey, we finally hit 500 downloads. Thanks.
And he wrote down all of them for me. And then he did this Excel sheet. And I looked at it. And every single one of them was on there.
Can you send me this information? I just need it for personal reasons.
I had
I have a
originally
list,
cut it
but
out
it's
of
in a note.
out of the sheet. And the sheet is in our shared email.
Okay, cool. It's just letting you know my current system for this, as organized as I am, is a fucking notepad. So, you know.
Is it which ones we have? Do you just have a whole list of ones that we've done and haven't done yet?
I have a big list of a bunch that we have and haven't done, some of which I choose not to, some of which I just decide aren't good enough. I mark the ones that I have done. I don't mark the ones that I haven't done, but it's not a full list. It's missing like the first few weeks.
Yeah, the first few weeks are really easy. And I'll go back and I'll make sure I tabulated that because I'm an idiot.
I need to make sure we did the vending machine one because it'll kill me.
The vending machine one was not on this list.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll throw that in as an extra one as a Christmas gift to everybody here.
So now that we have that, Paul, are you excited for your new anime to watch?
I mean, like, like, there's, it's not in my wheelhouse, but it'll be okay. You know, like I'll make do. You know, I'll make do.
Oh, poor Paul.
Yeah, so that is that. That was the Studio Blank Weeb Elephant gift exchange, and we somehow still got Paul to get stuff that he didn't want.
I'm glad.
I figured there was enough else that was probably worse in there that Cherry threw in there, so I was just like, I'm not gonna take my chances.
Honestly, I put a special one in as when I went to open up the sheet the very first time.
Yeah.
Before the sheet was like started. And I had made sure that there was at least one piece of ecchi content in there just for you.
And there's more than one.
See, there's definitely shows that I would have thought of that we could have thrown to Paul to make him uncomfortable. Like, have you ever seen My Mental Choices Are Completely Disrupting My High School Life? Oh, that one's bad. That one's really bad.
Copper talked me into watching it.
What?
no.
Oh my god.
Why?
That show, like, I was uneasy watching that show.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't get
So
Nate, it didn't get better after episode 3. It only got worse.
So
Yes, Paul.
let's take a minute and talk about the ending to this week's seasonal content. So, Tonikawa. I'm not going to talk about Haikyuu because nobody cares about me talking about Haikyuu because you guys don't watch Haikyuu. Unfortunate.
That is accurate.
It's really unfortunate. I just want somebody to talk sports anime with, okay?
For you.
I literally just watched a sports anime this season. You just actively
He
chose
did-
not to talk about that one with me.
Oh,
You just learned
100%.
all about rock climbing.
No, it was good. I was just, I'm a Haikyuu fiend. Anyway, what else ended? Noblesse ends tomorrow.
Iwa Kakeru, in fact,
sure.
ended this week.
Mhm.
Noblesse ends Wednesday.
Yep.
There's a couple more.
Jujutsu Kaisen took its mid-season finale episode this week.
It was so good. Okay, so let's start with Tonikawa.
Yes.
Nate. Serotonin?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yes.
I'm 7.5 minutes into the episode right now. Not like watching it right now. That'd be crazy.
God damn it, Nate.
Tim, how do you feel about Tony Kawa this season?
The season ended in a way that I was very excited for. It was very cute.
Yes.
The Street Fighter battle was fun.
Oh my god, it was so cute.
What else was fantastic?
He still doesn't know that she's the moon.
I mean,
She's the moon. Sorry,
You haven't even watched the last episode. You can't talk.
I've
They're
watched
just-
some of it.
No.
honestly, that show was just everything I could have hoped it would
100%.
be this season.
We hit 2020 and everybody needed the serotonin, and that show was like, hey, I'm a cuddle
Very
up
good
to you.
serotonin show.
Like, so cute.
It does.
Him
it does
getting
the
sick
provide.
was the cutest thing in the world. Because she was all like,
I like when she was screaming at him to derobe.
Yeah, that was
Take it off now.
and then
Okay.
she was like, oh, I can see how you'd be embarrassed. but it's okay.
Take off the
because
bottom part now too.
Because I wouldn't mind if it was you. And you're just like,
I also love that she's sitting there and she's like, I need to be a cute newlywed wife and do all of the house cleaning things and take care of him while he's sick. And she's sitting there like, I've done all of the cute newlywed things and I've taken care of him. I just need to wait for him to wake up so I can take care of him more. And the moment he wakes up, oh my God, are you okay?
Tim, I can't say anymore about the end because it would spoil it for Nate.
Or our viewers that haven't caught up yet. Right? That's the reasoning.
This doesn't
yeah,
come out till Wednesday.
it's that reason.
Yeah.
We're not spoiling it for the viewers. And because Nate's an asshole.
I just want to say I'll say it this way. I lied. Was the cutest part.
Yeah.
This just in, Nate's an asshole for not watching enough anime.
Nate, part of our career literally relies on us watching.
I
anime.
watched Jujutsu Kaisen. I watched Attack on Titan.
He did watch Attack on Titan.
But yeah.
Mostly because we watched Attack on Titan.
Yes.
What did we eat while we were watching Attack on Titan?
I believe
Why
I
is
picked
that
up
relevant right now?
McDonald's.
Just because like we normally like figure out like so this is our ritual at this point for Attack on Titan is we'll figure out what time the episode goes live, and we're like either we're gonna watch it at release or we're gonna finish chores, bring home food, and then watch the episode.
The episode goes live at 3:45
Yes.
p.m. Eastern
I'm
Standard
Yes.
aware,
Time.
Tim.
we know.
I'm aware.
So
This was Paul. Oh my God, the episode's out. Paul, it's 1 PM. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Can you check?
I saw
not out
somebody
until
say it on
3:45.
Twitter, and they were like, "Oh wait, I was watching last week's episode because they didn't have premium," and I was like, "Why? Why would you get my hopes up like this?" Because I'd forgotten. I was like, "I'm pretty sure it's 3:45," but I was like, they changed days on us entirely, so who knows? So anyway, yeah, that. But it was me wondering like which day we watched it, because which day it was what kind of food we had that day. That's all.
Yes.
Can we talk about Jujutsu for like a hot second? And I don't want to spoil it because I know there are people that haven't watched it. It took me an extra 2 days to watch it.
I want to spoil one line, because that line is a line that I know for like at some point in the future I'm going to say it, like unironically, which was and in this moment I said something that came from the very core of my soul that made everything else I'd ever said feel like I was lying. And I was like, holy shit. Like, and I read it too. I remember reading it and being like, holy shit. But like watching it animated with the black and white and then the voice acting, I was like, yup. Like,
yeah, when you hear that come out of Yuji's mouth, you're like, oh shit.
Oh, he's mad.
We have not seen him mad once until like this episode.
Yep.
The level of just sheer anger and frustration and
I mean, I'd be that mad
hatred.
too.
It's just like he reminds me of what Anakin Skywalker was supposed to be on the Mustafar scene. Just that level of just so done with everything, so angry, so frustrated, so full of hate.
Yep.
Going into the fight with Obi-Wan, that's the fight with Mahito.
Yes. And it just gets better. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not gonna spoil anything else about the manga. It gets better. Like, we're at like a 7. They take us to 12.
Yeah, it's gonna ramp up pretty hard.
What else? I mean, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
It
I had
got
a friend
heavy.
text me today.
It got heavy.
Where were you reading the manga for Attack on Titan? Because I can't keep doing this, like, wait a week to get spoon fed. I need to read. I was like, I will provide you with the link so that you may support the actual release. Here you go.
Yeah.
They were like, you're paying for it? I'm like, of fucking course I am. It's Attack on Titan. It's worth the money.
Yes.
Don't give me that shit.
So first of all, I love Reiner in this
every single
episode.
chapter, so that I was like, all right, cool, then I will just wait. Fun fact, if you have Crunchyroll Premium, you can go onto the Crunchyroll manga app on your phone or your iPad, and you can read it there as part of your premium. You can get caught up all the way to chapter 135.
I'm just saying I loved Reiner in this episode.
Reiner's a good boy.
Yep.
He's a strong boy.
Strong, in fact.
Like a heavy episode. Like,
He's a warrior.
oh, okay. Preface: spoilers incoming. Heavy spoiler. Big thing. Blah blah blah.
Oh, so
Or
Paul
just
just
don't.
gets to throw out like, "Hey, let's spoil everything all of the sudden."
Or we could just not do that.
I say we don't.
Paul, here's the thing is, we're
Don't
going to be
need-
gone for 2 weeks.
That's true. Because I don't know. Like Nate and I talked about it. I just want like everybody to like think about the implication, because like it wasn't confirmed in episode. But like,
Paul, if you want to talk about this week's episode of Attack on Titan, feel free to tweet about it from the Studio Blank account as vaguely as possible and incite discussion. But don't fucking spoil it on the podcast, you fucking
Cock
asshole.
nozzle.
I mean, I did wait, so I haven't said it.
I was gonna say, the episode has been out at this point for less than 36 hours.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
By the time of release, it'll only have been out for 4 days.
Yep.
Let's at least give it a week buffer. And realistically speaking, that means just you can tweet about it on Christmas.
Fair. I'm just
More or
excited
less.
if it is what I think it was. That's all.
So, thank you to all of our listeners. It has been an incredible 6 months so far of this podcast. The amount of support that we have received has been absolutely, positively mind-blowing. And I know personally that I never thought this was going to get as far as it did, as quickly as it did, and at the rate that it did. I am forever grateful for all of you, even if you've only ever listened to one episode, or if you think the content is trash. You at least tried. You gave it a listen, and thank you for that. That's all I
you
want to
said
say
it.
about it.
I mean, you said it. We started off 2020 with the like pie in the sky. Like, we could try that. Like, let's just
Let's just start a podcast.
you know, and
We had that discussion, in May? Like right around our birthdays, in fact.
It was a little
We were
before
like,
that.
Yeah, let's start a podcast.
It was a little before that.
Actually,
We
yeah,
started
might
having
have
that conversation like February.
been. And then yeah, we didn't
Because
get
we had
everything
we
off
had the
ground
brief
until
by
June,
March,
but
and
yeah.
then things didn't get off the ground till May. Like,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Yeah, it's been an incredible year. Seriously, thank you guys.
I don't, you know, it's wild to think that something we started kind of offhand, just because we really, really, really enjoyed a show that we were watching, you know, has become a staple part of our weeks, whether it be on Sunday or Monday due to scheduling. You know, like, we get to sit back and just enjoy playing games with y'all and talking about our favorite, you know, moments from the week. So it's just cool.
I never thought that my love for anime was going to be something that I got to create consistent content out of. So for me, this is a dream come true. And I know for a lot of people, something like this would be absolutely everything they could ever ask for. So you guys have done so much for us this year. And as soon as Nate gets back, I know he's gonna pull out some banger light novel, and it's gonna crack us the hell up, and it'll be like every other week.
Let me hit you with my 2020 list of shows to go watch if you haven't seen them. Misfit at Demon King Academy. ReZero Season 2 Part 1. God of High School, for all its moments in between, but God of High School. Noblesse, I will put that there. Sing Yesterday for Me. Rent a Girlfriend. And did I say Jujutsu Kaisen?
Oh, absolutely. You should say Jujutsu Kaisen. That
Oh, and don't forget Tower of God.
Tower of God.
Tower of God.
Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2.
I mean, I haven't seen that yet, so I can't say that one, but I'm gonna.
Oh, I will 100% recommend. I would give up my knees if it meant that more people would watch that show. Go watch Fruits Basket. It's really good.
Yes, if
It's
you haven't
just
seen season
absolutely
1, watch season
heartwarming.
1. Go into season 2, please. Like,
Season 1 and Season 2 of Ascendance of a Bookworm. Really great isekai.
to
Honestly,
watch that.
very cute, very heartwarming. Go watch it.
definitely need to watch that myself.
I'm looking back at some of the older stuff. Please go watch Doro Hedoro. Mappa did an incredible job with it.
Yep.
Inspector was a really great show at the start of 2020.
That was a fun show.
Darwin's Game was also pretty
Darwin's
enjoyable.
Game was actually pretty interesting. It wasn't like
Isekai Quartet Season 2 didn't make me want to die.
Isekai Quartet
It's-
was great.
Somali and the Forest Spirit, which was a really great show from Satelight Studios, is
Let's see, what-
beautiful.
What
Please
did
go
I
watch it.
miss?
No, it's just your turn to recap 2020 in your own words.
Oh, recap 2020. Wow, there's just
Not anime. Podcast.
podcast. Oh man, we you know, when I first sat down with these guys and I said, "Make me a podcast," I didn't expect Paul to pull out a wand and turn me into the physical embodiment of a podcast. It's still really impressive. I am now 3 white guys with average opinions all at the same time. No, we started talking about anime and then decided to do this, and I think it's one of the best decisions we've made.
And
One hell of a
seriously,
way to say that.
once again, thank you guys for the absolutely mind-blowing support.
I want to point out as well, when this idea first came to Nate and us, Nate said it as a joke. Like if none of y'all know this story, Nate literally said, "If you make it, I'll do it." And Tim and I
If you
looked
guys
at
write
each
the
other.
brief-
If you guys write the brief,
and are serious about this, I'm in.
My
And Paul and I
exact wording
stayed
to you
up
the
that
next day
very night.
was my exact wording the next day was because you were like, "Were you joking?" Or I was like, "I will be exactly as serious about this as you will be."
Yeah.
And that was literally, it was, if you take like 5 minutes to write that shows your commitment. So I'm like, I'm in. Just
Yeah.
cards on the
I stayed
table.
up for like 2 hours that night, writing the brief and getting thoughts down on paper. And
Nate woke up and was like, "Oh, we're actually doing
I was
this."
like, oh, cool. We went from probably doing this to actually doing this. The wheels are turning.
Yeah. So thank you for a 2020 in which we started a thing that we didn't know was going to be a thing.
yeah, and a huge thank you to Rare Drop for going out on a limb and being willing to host 3 white guys with average opinions who just want to talk about weeb shit every single week.
And thank you to all our guests who came on this year. Rec to being our first guest. Dylan for the pre-guests.
The pre-guesting. Slap for
Slap
showing up whenever we yell at him.
Dude, for that Anatomy of a Fight scene was one of my favorite episodes, just because we got a nerd
Anatomy
out
of a
for
Fight scene
another
is one of
extra
our most
hour.
popular episodes, and it was one of my favorite episodes to record.
Thank you
really
to Ben
good one.
for joining. Thank you to Kyle, Blessius, like all of our guests who have shown up
Thank
at
you to
various
Sut.
points. Sut.
For letting us rope you into JoJo's.
Oh,
I'm still
when
shocked
he's
we
done
did that.
with. Well, see, here's the thing. We roped him in, and then he immediately wriggled free with, "There's a new raid out. I need to do this. Let me go." So we're gonna rope him back in. I'm gonna.
He and I have been talking about it on stream doing raids. That he's like, I'm gonna play Destiny tonight. Actually, you know what? The wife and I are gonna watch JoJo's after stream. And I was like, you know what? There we go. Not only did we write, or
Not only do we
we
rope
didn't just
him
rope
into it.
him in, we have roped in Miss Sut, and that alone is way funnier to me.
Yeah. He told me he was like, yeah, I watched like the first episode. I was like, yeah, I watched the first episode and said if there's another episode like this will be the worst show ever made. So good luck.
Good on you, champ.
But,
Okay, guys, we're gonna end this one like we always do. Nate, take it away.
Well,
Hit us with a light.
so I'm gonna hit you with a really good one first, because I always talk about the vending machine one, and I always like it. And I'm just gonna throw you the title because this one's short. It's fun. It is Reborn as a Vending Machine. Now I wander the dungeon.
short, sweet, concise,
It's,
absolutely fantastic.
Just confusing.
stupid, fun, all of that. You know what? I'm gonna throw you an even more confusing title. Let me give you the synopsis first. If you thought regular marriages were insane, wait until you see the contract Viola signed. Our heroine, the daughter of an earl, signed herself away in a marriage contract to an aloof duke, Circe, in order to save her family from a lifetime of poverty. All of a sudden, Viola's life is turned upside down when she moves into the Viserys family's manor and is left to negotiate her new life as a show wife in a world she's only ever caught glimpses of before. How will she shake things up? In a book titled, "Can someone please explain what's going on?"
That's one hell of a title right there.
It's an amazing title. I knew that the synopsis was enough of a mislead for you.
That
Fantastic.
was everything I needed to end 2020 with Studio Blank.
Guys,
Can someone tell me what is going on?
as an honorary part of the Christmas episode, we're just going to thank our sponsors real quick and their socials, and we'll let you guys go. You can follow our beloved Rare Drop crew at twitter.com/raredropco and on Twitch at twitch.tv/raredrop. Support King's Coast Coffee at kingscoastcoffee.com. And thank you for an amazing 2020. I'm I Love Mondays. It's Comfimus.
I'm Syndix Atrix.
And Syndex Atrix. We'll see you guys in 2021. Bye now.
See you guys.
Chat.
Oh, my heart
Blue.
is breaking.
Thank you.
Do you think
see
they
ya.
knew
You
that
guys
that's our
showing up.
last episode we're ever doing?
I'll see you in 2020.
Do you think they
See you in
know that we're grabbing the
2021.
money
Who
and
knows?
running?
I said 2020, and I meant to say 2021. We'll see you in 2021.
You won't see